What's going on then, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video with me, Matt Hall. Hope you're good, hope you had a good week, and hope your training's on point. Welcome to another Q&A. I've done this either down to high demand from people saying that they loved my other one, and I brought a friend along. You might remember Louis from the 10K challenge.
Hello.
So basically we're going to do this in two parts. First one is obviously on my channel, which you're going to watch right now, and the second one is going to be over on Louis' channel. So if you want to check that out, link will be in the description. Obviously sub to me if you haven't already. Now, how this is going to work is I'm going to ask the questions. So then on the first question, I'm going to answer it first, then Louis is going to give his opinion, and then I'm going to ask the second one, Louis is going to answer it first, and so on. Okay, so we're just going to dive straight into the questions, and let's do it. So the first question I got sent is, if you're having a really bad day, how do you motivate yourself to get to the gym and not eat bad food? Basically, the one thing that I think is the end result, so what you want to achieve, and the bad days will always make the good days so much more better, so you just got to work through the good and bad times.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you might feel a bit better if you have a little bit of a cheat meal when you're feeling bad, but then the next day you're going to feel even worse because you've had a bad meal. So if you keep on track, the next day you're going to feel so much better.
Yeah, as long as you can control yourself, and you don't just go off the wagon. Just make sure you keep yourself motivated. And I would always say, just look at the person that inspires you. So if it's a certain person on YouTube, or if it's a certain friend or someone, look what they're doing, or watch a few of their videos or something like that, and just get inspiration from what they're eating, and yeah, stuff like that, guys. So the second question is what exercise do you hate the most in the gym? You go first, because everyone on this channel must know what mine is.
Oh, I don't know what I really hate the most. Oh, that's tough. I think triceps, to be honest. I don't really enjoy training triceps, so probably anything triceps. Close grip bench press, that's my least favourite, because that is just difficult. No. What about you? I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. So mine, if you've known me for a while and you've been on this channel for a while, you know that I don't really post many leg videos, and that is because it's my least favourite.
Train them.
I do train them,
As
but
you can tell.
I love doing them privately. Actually, if you must know, my swim shorts are now getting too small, so means my leg gains are getting there. But nah,
Gap kids.
yeah, I'd definitely say legs. Just the whole round, like, I find it more effort, and I find it hurts the most. So, but you still got to do it. So I still go through and do it. Right. The next question is the average time that you spend in the gym when you work out. I think my average time is probably, it depends. If I'm actually bang on it and I'm on my own and got my headphones on, it probably could be an hour and 15. If I go with my friends, it's probably close to 2 hours. But yeah, I'll probably say 1 hour 15.
I'd probably say about an hour and a half, anywhere between hour and a half, hour and 45. When I'm training with Alfie, check out our series. The link will be in the description, I'm sure. You know, we'll be getting in and out in about an hour and a half.
So about the same time, guys. But as long as you're doing, like, I'd say probably an hour, at least 4 or 5 times a week, you'll start to get good results.
It depends what you're doing. How
Yeah,
much
you got
rest
the-
you're
yeah,
having,
you got-
you know, if you're talking to people.
Yeah.
Or not, you know,
And make sure you're like on the programs and stuff.
Yeah.
The next one for you, Lou, is what time do you feel for your body is best to train in the gym?
Well, depending on my schedule and training with Alfie, who works night shifts and that, we have to just mix it up. We can't go at the same time every day of the week. So we've trained as early as, like, I think 8 o'clock in the morning. That was a bit early, to be honest with you. I wasn't quite awake yet. So sometimes trying at like 11, that's all right. Later in the afternoon, about 4 o'clock. We never train later than 7, so I'd say the best time for me probably, I say, is about 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock till about 5:30, maybe 4:30 till 6. That's my sort of best time. What about you?
I'd say well, if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, the link will be in the description. But basically, I normally train about 9:30 at night, which everyone says to me, "How are you doing that? You're mental." But basically, with it being a PT and stuff like that, you got sessions, and during the day, I just like doing like my own stuff. Like I like chilling out, getting some work done, playing my PlayStation when I got a spare time, talking to my friends, like doing my social side. And then when everyone's in bed, I like going to train. But I think if I was to say what my body probably would work best, it probably would be around 5 o'clock. Just because then obviously you're still awake and you've got a decent amount of calories and you obviously haven't got your whole calorie amount. That's why I think training late at night is easier than what people think, because all my calories are in my body, so I've got a lot of energy. But yeah, definitely I'd say probably about 5 o'clock would be my best time, just where you got the split between energy and probably the right amount of calories, I'd say. But that was a very good question, whoever asked me that one. The next one is, how do you, it's kind of similar to the earlier question, is how do you get back on track after a bad few days? Like if you go out for the whole weekend, if you go to a festival, stuff or holiday, how do you get yourself back on track as soon as possible?
Am I asking an answer?
Is my one?
It's your one.
Oh, sorry guys. Miscommunication there. No,
We've rehearsed this so many times.
yeah,
as well.
I would
Wow.
say, again, have your final product in your mind, like final inspiration, everything you want to be at the end of your holiday or end of the festival, or even when you're at the festival. Have a little moment to yourself where you think to yourself, like, I need to behave, I need to control myself because I need to get back in the gym on Monday morning or Tuesday morning. I need to get back into the routine, because a lot of my clients will be like, look, I get out of my routine and I'm not really, as soon as I get out of routine, it's hard to get back into it. Just get yourself back in as soon as possible, I'd say.
Yeah, I think, you have to think you have a goal, and every time you don't stay on track, you're getting further and further away from it. And every time you get further away, it's going to get more difficult to get back to where you were. So you're putting in twice as much effort and not making any progress, really. So I think you just got to picture where you want to be, because you know what you need to do. So you just got to keep that goal in mind and to ask yourself, how much do I really want this? Because if you don't really want it, you're not going to put the effort in. And everyone else is going to be doing better than you, and you're going to be the one left behind. So that's what you've got to think about. It's just you don't want to get stuck.
And also think to yourself, so say like, it depends on how long you've been training, but say you've trained for a holiday, for example, like you've trained to go Ibiza or something like that, and you've trained for like 6 months from Christmas to when you go away, and then you come back and you get off track. You think you've effectively wasted that 6 months of hard work that you've spent in the gym, probably for what, like 10 hours a week, every week in the gym, watching your food. Like your life's revolved around it, and you've wasted pretty much that 6 months in the gym and all that hard work for nothing. So like, you just got to think to yourself, like, yeah, as you said, like the longer you spend away, the further you're getting away from your end goal. Just always have your end goal in your back of your mind. Like, even if there's a certain person that you want to be, like say if you want to look like a certain bodybuilder or even athlete or something like that, have a photo of them on your wall. So every time you wake up or every time you go to bed, you see them and you see what your goal is.
And if you want a photo of me to put on your wall, Instagram is @_Lou Walker, and then you can print one out, put it on your wall, and look at me every day.
Or if you want it for your dartboard. It's up to you. What made you start working out in the first place?
Ooh, this is an interesting question, because I remember I was probably like 16. I didn't have any, all the only weights I had were these 4.5 kilo dumbbells. I remember watching Six Pack Shortcuts. Remember that guy, Mike Chang?
Yeah.
He ended up being like a scammer.
One of the guys, he doesn't eat a lot of food, but then he's got like 5 plates of like shit.
I don't know what happened to him. He like disappeared. I think he got caught like scamming.
Oh, yeah, I think he was just shit.
Anyway, he was sort of like, I look like that, fine. So I started doing that, and then I finished my GCSEs one day. I just wandered in. I was like, there's a gym around the corner, let's go have a look. Wandered in, met Matt and a load of other guys that used to work there. I've just never stopped since, really. There's competitions in the near future, so keep an eye out. But I just started lifting weights one day, fell in love, and never stopped.
It's pretty much similar to me. Like, obviously, when I was back at school, if you see my transformation video, if you haven't, again, link in the description. It is quite an interesting transformation. I'll give you my secrets on how I transformed myself. But basically, when I first started, I wasn't even going to work in a gym. I was going to go to college, and then I went down to the local gym. Mark, the owner, gave me some work experience. Then I got an apprenticeship. Still then didn't train for like the first 2 months probably, because I was like nervous. Then Antonio, who used to work at the gym with me, said to me, Matt, get off your ass, like you can make yourself hench. Basically that was his words. So I started training, started eating more food, started like enjoying it. And then I'd say probably about 6 to 8 months, I got addicted to it. And like that is the one addiction, guys, that you want to get. And trust me, if you go to the gym for 6 months and you're not addicted, then you're not doing it right. Because every single person I speak to, like Louis, everyone like that, everyone like we got a group of lads that go down that have been there for like 6, 7 years, and it's just routine. Like, and now I've been doing it for 5 years, and I can't see myself stopping for another 5, 10 years. And again, it's having the end goal that you got to think about, go for it, and you'll achieve big things, man. But that was a good question. The next question is, what is your long-term goal? I would say my long-term goal is, well, I'm going to break it down. My short-term goal at the moment is to bench 140 kilos, because bench is my favourite exercise, so that's the one thing I want to work on. So I'd say that is pretty good. So I want to work on that short-term. Long-term goal, I've said to a few of my friends and a few of my close family, but I'm going to tell you guys now, is I said when I'm 24, if I've still got the same passion, which I'm pretty confident I will, I'm going to start looking at maybe entering some competitions, whether it's lifting or bodybuilding. I'm not 100% sure, but that's probably what my long-term goal is. By maybe 26, I want to be able to say that I've entered a competition and potentially won or got a trophy in my cabinet. Like yourself.
Well, that's really what it is for me. I want medals, I want trophies. Yes.
You want to achieve things.
Let's get stuff. Let's get trophy shelf. So, you know, if anyone's got a shelf, hit me up, post it to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
That would be good. That would be good.
I am going to compete. Last year, I am denied, and I should have done, because the people in my category were absolutely tiny.
I mean, what? You're only 20?
Not even 20 yet.
He's not even 20 yet. So
I could have walked away with that.
He's got a long career in the fitness game. So as I said earlier, guys, if you haven't subscribed to him, it's definitely worth a subscribe to him. But yeah.
Like, I know I can get there. So next year, with a bit of help from Alfie, plug the link again. Watch that series. We're going to be working towards the goal of competing, for me, obviously. Because I've got the right genetics for it. I just need to put on a bit more size, and I think for like a first little amateur show, you know, for the experience. I'm not expecting to win anything first time, but I would like to win some trophies, some medals, to compete in some bigger shows. You know, not just in this country, maybe in other countries too. So I just want to, you know, I've got sort of a rough idea, and I've just got to see where it goes.
I mean, that's another thing to keep you motivated as well.
Yeah.
Because you've been training, what, 3 years, 4 years?
3 years.
3 years. I've been training for 5 years.
I was like anorexic when I started, so I just had to put that out.
Yeah. You doing a transformation video?
No, I haven't. I've done.
You probably do one soon, won't you?
So
if you do a transformation, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth a look. But yeah, that was a good question.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Couple more, guys, and then we're gonna wrap it up. What is your favourite cheat meal? And this, I gotta say, is one of my favourite questions, because we all love a cheat meal, as long as it's controlled and not all the time.
My cheat meals are all the time, to be honest, because like I can eat what I like and I won't put on any fat. So
Yeah.
Sorry,
anyone.
Yeah, sorry.
But what is your favourite cheat meal? If I said to you right now, you can have anything.
I'm not even sure, to be honest. I like desserts, man. I really like desserts. I'm thinking like like a whole apple crumble, like just the whole thing with a jug of custard. Oh yes.
It's like my worst nightmare.
That is. Oh my goodness.
My favourite has to be Chinese food. Chinese is my weakness, man. Like, if ever I'm at home and my family, like, we're getting Chinese, it is like carnage, because I just order everything, like chicken chow mein, beef curry, prawn balls, chips. I go in, man. So as you can tell, I don't get Chinese that often because it's not the best for your training. But that is probably it. The next one is, how many points will Leeds win at the end of the season to win the championship? I don't think they will win, mate, because Leeds always choke it. That is the truth. They always choke it. It's still early doors. I think what's going to happen is, if anyone's a betting man out there, my tip would be bet on Reading to win the championship. You'll win a lot of money.
I don't think they can't even beat us. I mean,
oh, mate. What do you think? Leeds to win the Championship, sorry.
No chance. No chance at all. There's more chance of Reading like winning a game than them.
Yeah, I don't think Leeds are like
They're
I
not
generally
bad,
don't
but
mind
they're
Leeds.
not
I
gonna win.
think this season they've started very well. They're playing good football. They've got good players. So if they did win it, I wouldn't be massively surprised. But I think there's so many competitive teams in the Championship. It's hard to call it already.
Yeah. Once
got-
you're in there, it's
I think
difficult
West
to
Brom
get
are a
out.
good shout,
Yeah, West Brom.
stuff like that. And I think Man City's going to win the Prem.
Yeah, can't really argue with that. To be
City,
honest.
yeah. The next question is
I think the last
two
one.
more questions. We have who's your biggest inspiration, either or just in life, like.
So I'll answer Matt's for him. I'm his biggest inspiration.
Oh,
He wishes he
yeah.
could be like me when he grows up. But
Yeah.
for me, it's probably got to be Sylvester Stallone, from Rocky, from Rambo, all these great films. I mean, he's 72 and he's still jacked. So you know, I'd like to be that jacked.
Still
when
what,
I'm
sorry?
Jacked.
He's jacked, people.
He's jacked.
Can tell he's got a man crush.
Oh yeah, yeah. So Sylvester Stallone for me because he's successful in acting, you know, weight training. People respect him. You know, he's been going for however many years. His first film was what? The big one was Rocky. That was 1976. So he's been going non-stop, hitting highs after high for that long.
Successful then.
And he's got, you know, money. He's got cars. He has a very fit wife. So, you know, no, I'm joking. But like Sylvester Stallone.
Right then, guys, absolute nightmare. Someone tried to call me and the camera stopped, but I will be getting my new camera soon, so that problem will be solved. But we had Louis' one, which was Sylvester Stallone. My inspiration is Christian Guzman, which is because he's a very successful YouTuber, very successful gym owner, and very successful clothing brand owner. And he's only 24 years old, which to me is a big inspiration because I'd love to have just one of them. I mean, the gym's going quite well, but it's not quite athlete. But yeah, I'd definitely say that. We've got two more questions now. The last one is, if you could spend, it's kind of similar to the last one, is if you could spend a day as living as someone, who would it be?
Ooh.
But then it'd be different. Like if you could spend your life, for one day of their life, who would it be?
I don't know, it'd be like someone really famous. I reckon like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know, the Queen?
The Queen. Anyone in the world, and you pick.
Yeah, I'm going with the Queen. You know, I just did a bit of fun. I get to shout out my YouTube on the, you know, balcony of Buckingham Palace. It's the Queen.
Mine would be the magician Lionel Messi. Just
Oh, I
because.
thought you were going to say like Dynamo.
Just because Lionel Messi is, for me, the greatest footballer ever lived, greatest footballer right now, and the stuff that he does is just superhuman. And it'd just be brilliant to have that, like, to be the top in your kind of area. I think it'd be pretty sick to be
Right, Queen. Top
Yeah.
monarch.
Anyway, last question, which is a very emotional question because it is from one of mine and Louis' favourite YouTubers,
Also,
someone we've
'cause
met on
been sat down
YouTube.
for so long, my bum's gone to sleep.
So what?
why
Halfway
it's
through,
emotional.
halfway through, it's emotional. So yeah, he's one of our favourite. We met him on YouTube and Instagram. Louis Ordaz, big shout out to you, bro. Very emotional that you're stopping your YouTube because you are
R.I.P.
good at it. I'm going to put his link in the description. He did say he was going to put his account to private, but if he hasn't, go check out a couple of his videos because they are sick and he's funny. Yo, 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 yo!
It's your boy.
R.I.P. But yeah, his question is me, because the question is, who is the coolest? It is me.
Coolest, yeah, the coolest.
The coolest person in the planet is me. End of.
That's enough, right.
So that's the end of the video,
Game over.
guys. If you haven't subscribed yet already, please do. Watch the next part on Louis' channel, link in the description.
Part 2 will
Of
be
course,
out in a couple of days.
a few more videos will come out soon, so stay tuned for that. Ring that bell, and of course, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!